Stick to doing the same thing, I think. Keep an eye out for icebergs on the horizon. Look out for the threats and opportunities. Make sure you keep on getting the right talent at a high level, keeping it, encouraging it, motivating it, keeping the partners focused. Don't try and fly too high or too fast. Just keep it going.
I think it would be like any law firm. You would aim to be the leader in your chosen areas of speciality. But of course, on top of that, we have a very close role with the European Chamber of Commerce of Sri Lanka, where I function as in-house counsel. And I view one of the things I want to do going forward is that we should, in some way, help with policy and responses, make sure that the voice of business is heard when we are dealing with policy initiatives and developments which are not necessarily driven by business, but need that input.
Well, then, for the foreseeable future, well, then probably we will not be able to, certainly the decision is that we're not going to follow the King and Wood Mallesons route merger. But then, as a Chinese domestic firm, then we really hope that we become a very leading pure Chinese independent firms, and then either by way of merge with other firms or through organic growth, or probably both.
But I think for us, we've been expanding in the region. We want to be a regional firm and cover all the bases. So we've just opened up an office in October last year in Muscat in Oman. And hopefully within the next month we'll have our office in Bahrain as well. And that will mean that we'll cover the entire GCC, which will be the only firm in the region that covers the entire GCC. And then along with our additional offices in Iraq and also in Oman and Jordan, which then hopefully once we open up our Bahrain office, we'll then have 14 offices in 8 countries.
We are looking at any opportunity that we have in order to increase our law firm, to increase the size of our law firm. I will say we are probably the only big law firm in Argentina that we are still investing. We are betting against the market, and we are betting towards the growth of the market, because we believe that very soon it will be a market.
Key strategy, Irish law offering. Obviously, with the distressed transaction activity, there's a new sort of clientele has arrived in Ireland. A lot of private equity acquiring many of these assets. So a case of best positioning yourself to act on both buy-side opportunities, but also cover a certain amount of sell-side opportunities. So being inside of Ireland and our network is very strong for us, but equally being outside of Ireland is very important. So our international offices, which are in London and New York and Silicon Valley, very important, and ditto on our Belfast office. So out and about, strike rate, relationship building, getting to know people, understand how they want service provided, and at the same time valuing and deepening relationships with our existing clients.
Well, the key goal is to continue to deepen our Baltic Sea region strategy and to grow that. I mean, we are now pretty much complete. We will actually launch in St. Petersburg. So this is actually breaking news for you only, John. And this is actually something we very much believe in the strategy and what it can bring and how to capitalize on this strategy. So this is what we will do, and we will continue to grow this, to work with clients throughout this region, and this we see an increased interest from clients to use us in this entire region.
Our strategic goal is to carry on focusing on the clients and focusing on quality, and using the competitive advantage that we have of being smaller, very cohesive, very focused on quality, to offer something really different to the market, and to make sure that that difference is a real thing, not a theoretical thing, and that clients like it, and that we find the clients that do like it, at least for some of their work. Doesn't suit every sort of work. There's commoditized work for which we're just not an appropriate solution. That's fine. Equally, there's some relatively high-end work which is genuinely global in nature, where the one-stop shop is going to have an advantage. We don't chase that kind of work. So it's about discipline, it's about focus, it's about differentiation.